Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at Amazon, Baba, Apple on the daily, weekly, monthly time frames using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So we have a couple of trend lines in here. I want to draw this one too. This one was a little bit steep for me, but it was kind of following in the markets here. Let's see if we come back above it too. So right now we got below it. We're dropping below the 50 and the 20. It's a little bit weaker stance here. We do have a gap fill here at 740.64, and we have the 200 MA, which is going to be some support too. But you have a nice, right around 720. Yeah, I guess it's over 10 bucks, so it's a little bit low. You got this pivot right here too, 725. So let's see how the markets go. If the markets start to sell, I guess we could get down to the $20, 720 area. But if you're short, see if we get a little lower prices. If you end up going to the 200 MA, you got to take something off the table here. You expect to bounce, but if the markets go, it's going to go lower. If the markets start to move up, maybe get a little gap up tomorrow. Maybe they're going to try to go for the 50 and the 20 and try to get it above this area. It could go both ways, but right now, technically, it's a little bit bearish. You're below the MAs, but the 200 MA are above that, but slightly down, sideways, choppy, sloppy, bearish kind of action on Amazon. That's what I'm kind of seeing. It's really not telling us too much. If you go to the weekly a little bit more, you can see it's down and sideways. Got a slight bearish pattern underneath the 20 MA. If you're bullish, you need to get back above the 20 MA on the weekly close. And if you close down in here sometime at the end of this week or even below this pivot at 710, then definitely it's going to be bearish. So get some support down in here around the 684, 683 area, then maybe a slight bounce. But if the markets start to rumble, then it'll go lower. Like I said, bullish above the 20 MA. This is bearish right now. Setting up for lower prices. I'm thinking easily $700 area, maybe a little bit lower, 784, 83 in that area. So just beware. Could go either way, guys. And then the monthly, we did close below this green candle this last month and the month prior, so that's slightly bearish as well. Monthly's not telling us too much. A little extended, I expect. That's why I'm saying, I mean, this one could honestly go to 650 easily if it really started coming in. Again, weekly chart, got to get above that 20 MA or even above the 800 number. That'd be even nicer for Amazon if you're bullish. Let's look at Baba. Baba, same thing, daily chart. Looking a little bit weak. It's just kind of stair stepping, guys. Boom, bearish, boom, slightly bearish, comes in, nice retrace, another retrace, bearish, and now bearish below the MAs. This is setting up to go lower, lest the markets push higher, hit the 20,000 area, and then the Dow just goes another 500-600 points just because they want to get every sucker in this market, just in case. But with Trump, wild card. But let's keep an eye on these patterns. So far, so good with this one. We are short the Baba, so I'm enjoying this ride down. I'd like to see at least another 5, 6, 7 bucks, and then I'll be out of my position to say thank you very much. Weekly right now, you do have support around 85 bucks on the weekly chart or the 50 MA. You do have some pivot areas too back here around 85. So this is pretty good support. So I'd like to see a pattern here before the next leg down, or like I said, do the markets push up and then we end up retracing maybe back to the $100 area, or maybe we get back to the 108 area on earnings. Who knows? Earnings are coming up, guys, so you got to be aware of that as well. The monthly chart, though, a little bit of a beat down. 110 to 87. That was a nice pullback. You could pull back a little bit more, $80 area. Maybe 82, let's see how this thing reacts in the next couple weeks with the markets. Markets sell, it will go lower. Markets stay buoyant, then this one could possibly go higher because you're coming into some good support in the next, 5, 6 bucks down. Then definitely you should be looking at areas for this thing to bounce. That's what I would suspect, at least. Technically, that's what the charts are telling me. And Apple, Apple just can't get out of its own way. They got supposedly sluggish numbers or some crap like that. I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. But, ultimately, though, you are above the MAs on the daily. It isn't a strong stance. You do have gap fill up here. You do have double top as well. You do have a trend line coming from these highs up here. Nothing special. I mean, that's not the best trend. That's coming like off a, hold on, let me stick that one in a little better. I think I drew that one on the monthly, so it doesn't come in real good. So I'm just going to put it on this area here. Let's see. So, let's see, did we close above it or did we close below it? So we closed a little bit below it. Not the end of the world. Still in a strong stance. So let's see now. If we start heading down here towards the 20 MA and start getting below that, then the bears could be taking over for a little bit to pull it down a little bit more. But, honestly, how far are we going to go? 106 maybe? So, I'd rather play the short side because that upward, maybe 120, 121, a little bit more. But honestly, I think we're heading towards here. If the markets start to dump, this will definitely head towards the 200 MA. If the markets stay buoyant and this has good earnings, then you got to look back a little further. You have a couple gaps to fill right here around 120. You have this pivot here around 123, 70. So I think a little more bullish setup to pop higher, but we'll keep an eye on this. Everything's going to be a market trade. If the markets sell, this will go lower with the markets, period. That's why I say a market trade, guys. If the SPY and everything's selling, then you're looking for stocks that are higher, that are going into potential resistance so they could pull back with the markets. Those are kind of the trades we're looking for too. But if you're looking at the weekly chart, though, we are right there on this big trend line here. We tried getting above it, coming on this area, pulled it back, went right back into it. Now we're pulling back again. So let's see if we could close above this trend line on a weekly close or if we close below it. Yeah, so that's the weekly chart. So if it's saying it's above the moving averages too. So it's in a strong stance, needs to get above here though, but right up in this area, you're going to have some good resistance, but earnings, it could pop up, it could drop. We'll see, making lower highs, stuff like that. So nothing wrong. It's just floating up with the market. So just keep an eye on that one. And then the monthly chart on Apple, same thing, right into that trend line, 618 retrace. You have a little pivot high here, but I wouldn't rule out the 123 area. We talked about it could go either way at this time, and if it pops up here, we'll add more short. If it drops, then we'll just cover our short. We don't have a heavy position on this, so I'm not too worried either way. So that's how I'm playing that one. So, all right, guys, but that's Amazon, Baba, and Apple. Hopefully that helps a couple of you people, and we're going to do some live sessions this week, guys. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come to the live session. Bring some symbols. Hopefully I'm going to get my website going where you can have a free subscription, or we'll probably run that for a little while until I get things settled, and then we'll do some live chat room stuff. Option trades. We're gonna do whatever you guys want to do off the charts, and then we'll figure out which option plays we want to play. That like Apple here. When it gets if it does go up to 125 or so, maybe we do a bear call spread, or a vertical spread, or I don't even know. I'm learning the option stuff. Usually I write calls, write puts, or I'll just do puts and I'll do calls, but mostly I write calls and write puts. That's what I do the most of if I'm playing any option play. But I'm trying to learn other options so people like you guys who don't have who only have a $10,000 account or $5,000 account or even a couple $1,000 account, everyone can play. We can try to make everybody money, try to get most optimal plays to make give us our biggest return. So stay tuned. StockBookie is going to be doing some live stuff this week and the following weeks. Hopefully, send me an email. Let me know what times are better for you guys. If nights are better, or during the market hours, or do a little bit of both. I'm trying to figure out everything and what you guys want to get more people following. Because when we look at charts and you guys pull up different names that I don't really look at, I mean, I'm looking through a lot of stuff, but you guys have a set eyes on all the markets as well, or all the equities. Look at the dailies, look at the weeklies, look for high flyers, look for stuff. But I'll teach you as well, what to look for, the MAs, how to set stuff up, what are best trade setups, is it a trend line breakout, is it trend line breakdown, just stuff like that. We could play whatever you want. If you want to do momentum plays, whatever, I don't care. We could try to find stuff long, short. Again, either way, I'm a bull or a bear. I'm just trying to find trades out there for everybody to take and make money, guys. But I also, too, Happy New Year, guys. 2017 is going to be a great year. Follow me on all my stuff, StockTwits, Twitter. Subscribe to me on YouTube and go to my website. I'm going to have a sign-up thing hopefully in the next couple weeks, StockBookie.com. And probably do the free thing for the month or two or until I get everything going. I'm trying to have a watch list and all this other stuff. And then we'll take it from there, guys. But hey, Hopefully everybody had a great, safe holiday season, a great new year, all that good stuff. Let's make 2017 great. And God bless everybody. And you know what? We'll see you on the charts.